talked about.
Yeah.
So we'll continue to follow that. I want to bring in now, if we can, Georgia Congressman Buddy Carter. I believe he's joining us live now. Congressman, thanks so much for coming on and taking the time. So as you know as well as I do, we're awaiting the president to speak at any moment here. And each time he spoke about Russia, it has been banning Russian oil imports, sanctioning Nord Stream 2 pipeline. Today, it is expected that he will talk about ending normal trade relations with Russia. It is a trickle out from this White House. What are your thoughts on it, and what do you expect this president to say in a few moments?
Well, again, as you indicate, I think he's going to talk about trade relations and about suspending or ending trade relations with Russia. Look, it's never too late to do the right thing. So I applaud the president from that perspective. But at the same time, we tried to do this in Congress just a week ago, and he was opposed to it then. So you have to wonder whether he's doing this for political reasons or whether or what he's doing it for. And that's the key here. Not only that, but if we do suspend those trade relations, what are you going to replace it with? That's the key. I mean, we've got to be very careful here. Just like when you stop buying Russian gas and oil, well, you need to replace it with something.
Yeah, and talking about oil, obviously the question continues to pop up in the briefing room about the restarting the Keystone XL Pipeline, something that this administration shut down from day one. And I believe you had thoughts on that. Let me play that for you.
If we're trying to bring about more supply, that does not address any problem. The pipeline is just a delivery mechanism. It is not an oil field. So it does not provide more supply into the system. There's no plans for that, and it would not address any of the problems we're having currently.
Is it really that complicated, or does that Keystone Pipeline bring oil from Canada down to the States?
Well, it does bring oil down from Canada to the States. And not only that, but it shows confidence in the American energy sector. And we need that right now. Let's face it, Joe Biden has been attacking and has had literally a war on fossil fuels since day one. The first thing he did was to eliminate the cancel of the Keystone XL Pipeline. We need to start it up immediately. The oil and gas, they operate in futures. And in order for American energy companies to have confidence and to invest, they need to know that this war on fossil fuels is over with, and that we understand now that energy independence is important to our national security. Joe Biden needs to start the Keystone XL Pipeline. He needs to end this war on fossil fuels immediately. He needs to open federal land to drilling. He needs to allow us to convert LNG import facilities to export facilities. He needs to eliminate the red tape and the bureaucracy through licensing and permitting. All of that will result in an immediate help to gasoline prices, and we need that right now.
They're calling it, the White House, per statements, several statements, the Putin price hike. That is what it's being dubbed, that this essentially began when Putin started invading Ukraine. But graphs and monitoring gas prices say otherwise. I mean, it really is common sense as that, Congressman.
You know, Vladimir Putin is responsible for invading Ukraine. Joe Biden is responsible for high gas prices here in America. This could have been avoided and should have been avoided if only he had not declared war on fossil fuels as he has done. And listen, I would submit to you that Joe Biden and the Democrats are like high gasoline prices because they want us to move toward renewables, and I'm all for moving toward renewables. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, this makes no sense whatsoever. This could have been avoided, and it can be avoided even more if he will just turn the switch on, unleash the natural resources, the energy sector that we have here in America.
Yeah, it's just getting worse. Americans simply can't afford going to the gas station, paying higher prices each and every day. And it really depends on what kind of vehicle you have. If you're operating trucks, bigger, larger vehicles, SUVs, if you're in different states, it's higher than $5, $6 a gallon, some $7 a gallon. It's amazing. And it may make you want to stay in. A lot of the answers has been get into electric vehicles. But that's not necessarily possible for a lot of Americans. Why the miss on that from this administration, Congressman?
Obviously, that's what they want. They want to push this. You can't, so many people can't afford a $60,000 EV. Now, I think EVs are going to be the future, and I hope that we're able to do that. But at the same time, just yesterday, I got a call, a text from a farmer who said, "Oh, the price of fertilizer is so high, I'm not even going to be able to plant my crops this year." Yeah. Got a call from a logger, a forester here in my district, who said, "The price of petroleum now, I'm fixing to go out of business." But for the single mom who's trying to support her family, for her to afford gas to get to her job right now, she can't do it. What he doesn't realize is that this is impacting real Americans. And who does it impact the most? It impacts the working class.